Happy Tuesday, guys. This is step number 3 on ways to build your confidence from scratch to bulletproof. And part 3, in my view, is the most important. Part 3 is simply this. It is time for the practical application of the fundamentals and the techniques you learn through your intentional study on that thing that you lack confidence in. Let me say this another way, guys. It's time for you to jump into the fire of your own choice and of your own free will. You need to seek out those positions or those situations that challenge the thing you lack confidence in. Like I said, we talk about martial arts on this channel. If your issue is your closed guard, your open guard is no good, if your issue is that your Muay Thai clinch is no good, then you need to run and seek those positions out consistently so that you can go ahead and get in there and start applying the things that you learn over the course of studying where your weaknesses are. So for example, that person who's much better than you as far as their top game, go and pull guard on that person. See what you can do there. You're going to fail a lot. That's okay. Every Muay Thai gym has one person who's the best of the clinch. We can all be comparable, but there's that one guy or girl in there who has more clinch experience is better. Go train with them. Yes, they're going to put the hammer on you, but that doesn't matter either. All you're trying to do is practically apply the techniques that you have learned. The easy part for you is that you can let go of all outcomes. You don't have to be good. You don't have to be proficient. You can fail. You don't have to win or lose. None of that matters. The step right now for point 3 is practical application, just to do it. Do it of your own free will. Put yourself in that less than comfortable position in an area where you're not confident in. Now, when you do this, you're gonna find out a couple of things. Of course, you're not gonna perform like you like, but what you're gonna realize is that in your mind, you thought it would be way worse than it is. You think that your spider guard is way worse in your mind than it actually is. You think your clinch is way worse in your mind than it actually is. After study, after you apply some of these basic techniques, you're gonna realize it's not so bad and I'm not so bad. And when you realize that, that's gonna be one tick up in terms of the level of confidence. Now, you have to apply these fundamentals you've learned as far as guard retention, submissions, whatever it is. You have to learn as far as the pummeling, your knee strikes, off balance them, whatever it is you're learning in your clinch game. And you have to apply 3 or 4 of those things over the course of the coming weeks and months. Now, after a couple of months, what you're gonna find is, number one, some things don't work for you, but a couple of things are starting to work for you. It doesn't mean those other techniques don't work, because they are fundamental. It means that you can't execute them right now. But once you found a couple of things that start to work for you, build on those things. Guys, one thing that's key and foundational, something my dad explained to me a long time ago, is that you don't get better at anything thinking about it and ruminating over it. You get better at it by actually doing it. I've said this on this channel many, many times, which is great. So you have to, now is the time for you to get out there and do it. That's why this step's the most important, because it is time for practical usage, practical execution. It is time to fail, look silly, be disappointed for a bit, let go of the outcomes. Don't be so hard on yourself, because if you look up and you have done this work as far as practically applying the techniques you learn due to the intentional study of the thing that you lack confidence in, you're going to get so much better. Let go of judging your sales calls by your results for the next month. If you feel like cold calling or cold emailing or whatever has been a weakness for you, just apply the new things that you've learned from folks who are top performers, who are already executing it. Find a couple things that work for you. Keep building on those. Eventually, you will get good. And here's the trick. The way to get good is not to think about and wish you were good. The way to get good is to keep jumping in the fire, keep doing it, and keep learning that you're not as bad as your mind led you to believe. In fact, you can be really good at this. Be a movie star every day, guys. Stay tuned for part 4 on building confidence from scratch to bulletproof.